everyone is able to access healthcare. So very, very clear, the answer is very, very clear that it is unlawful to prevent anyone, either documented or undocumented. International law is very clear. The question from the NPO person, which is that no child should be rendered stateless.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's take a look at the latest updates on the Operation Dudula side. Now, you've seen an interview on ETV where a Zimbabwean official came hard on Operation Dudula, and in their true form they responded, telling them that actually South Africa is not a province of Zimbabwe. But guess who came and rubbed all that out again? The Human Rights Commission came and rubbed all of the work that is being done by Operation Dudula by claiming international laws above that of the South African Constitution. And the biggest surprise of all came from Malema switching up. We'll take a look at the sentiments around that. But the good thing is that there are some reasonable foreign nationals who actually understand the plight of South Africans. Let's take a look at all the sentiments around these latest developments. Please give this video a thumbs up. Take a look.
The South African Human Rights Commission is at it again. Folks, there's no Chapter 9 institution in South Africa that I despise as much as the South African Human Rights Commission. Every time they open their mouths, it is always to crucify South Africans for protecting their own resources. Always attacking us and telling us, no, our conduct is not legal, it's unlawful. A bunch of immigrants over there in that Chapter 9 institution telling us that, you know, we are not nice people because we do not want to cohabit South Africa with illegal immigrants who flood our hospitals and clinics. No, man, I'm sick and tired of that institution. That thing must be shut. We've been talking about this for a very long time, and our government doesn't even take us serious. That thing must be dissolved. It exists against the plight of South Africans. It doesn't exist for us, folks. Shut that thing off, man.
First of all, I don't know why some people have a problem with the choices South Africans make. Seriously. Now, South Africans says they are okay and comfortable living with whites in their country. They are okay and comfortable with that. But they are not comfortable living with some facets of blacks in their country. It's that simple. It's their country. They can do whatever they want. They can choose whoever they want to love. So they say they are okay and comfortable with the whites, but they are not okay and comfortable with some blacks. Where you and your country and you invest. Whatever you do in your country, do they come there and question you? Allow these South Africans to make the choice they want to make. You understand? That is why you are leaving your country and running to their country. It's because of their choices that you are leaving your country and you are running to their country. So allow them to do whatever they want to do. It's their country. Whatever they want to do with it is none of your concern.
Greetings. South African Human Rights Commission, it is out of order. The South African Human Rights Commission state that undocumented foreigners can come to the country and access public health services. This is nonsensical, this is ridiculous, and this must be rejected. How does an institution like this one encourages lawlessness in this country? Number one, when this person or illegal foreigners come to the country, they already broke the laws of this country. So they don't respect the laws of this country. They don't respect the sovereignty of this country. They don't respect the president of this country. They don't respect the citizens of this country. They also don't respect the documented foreigners in this country. Because the issue here is not against foreigners, as people try to put it. The issue is against illegal foreigners That is a problem, and that must not be encouraged. So we are saying to South African Human Rights Commission, you are out of order, and at the same time, you are encouraging illegality in the country. You are encouraging lawlessness in this country. South Africa is a sovereign state where it has its own laws, it has its own borders, like any other country has its own borders. Countries in SADC, they all have borders. They respect the laws of their countries. Why now, when they come to the country, we must allow people to come and break the laws of this country? That must not happen, and it must be rejected. Why would a person come to the country illegally if the person has good intentions? It shows that people that come to the country without documents, they've got ulterior motives. That is why we must not entertain it, because we don't know why these people did not come with documents. Why are they not? Why don't they want to be tracked? Why don't they want to be known? Because a person who comes here with good intentions will want to be known to the country, will want to be registered in this country, so that he or she can walk freely in the country without being disturbed. But someone who's coming that, where they cross the borders without having documents, that is problematic, and we must not take it lightly.
The South African Human Rights bene press briefing lapha ithi ma South Africans akayekele kuvimba abantu emakliniki. Umuntu unamaphepha ekubala eSouth Africa or akana maphepha kumele bangene bamjove. Yabona? So phinze last South African Human Rights ivimbe panyaza lusufi nakathi ufuna ukukhipha abantu labangene kuma building ngendlela lengasi right, nabantu labaningi bakhona ngilabantu laba suka emaveni angaphandle abana maphepha yathi. And always ngathi against bantu base South Africa, lidzingo abantu base South Africa ayilweli tona, yabona. And kuyavakala ukuthi lapha kusebenza kakhulu bantu bangaphandle. That is why balwa nama South Africans, because ma South Africans are taking like ningi kunabantu labatoyito yako bathi abanamandi. South African Human Rights ayingeni lapha, ayibalekele. Ma South Africans lamaningi bakhona la lomunye umbona anetinkazi anekiss madolo ubona lo angahola impesheni mara hayi ayibalweli lapho, yabo. Diningi tinkinga tema South Africans labanye badliwa emakhaya ngendlela engasi right ukuthi bekumele ngabe bangenelele abangeneleli lapho perhaps wow, yabo. But bamela bantu bangaphandle abalekeleli ma South Africans. I think sima South Africans kumele sivule emehlo sikhona ukuthola lenye i-commission or lesi icithe babona ukuthi benda njani, because le icithetela thina le. Wow.
Ha, where is your common sense, man? Where is your you are fighting for them to attend free schools, then you blame South Africans of loving free things. You also want free things from a government which is not yours. The government you are abusing. Why? Let them go home.
What is your reaction to the ZANU-PF accusations?
Good afternoon, Norman, and to the viewers at home. Thank you so much for having us today. Norman, just before we continue, can we correct the narrative? We are not anti-immigrants. We are anti-illegal migrants in the country. Now, we will not be dictated by foreigners on how to run our country. We are guided by the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Zimbabweans feel they are too entitled in our country. I'm listening to Ferrari telling, having unfounded allegations that we are founded by former colonizers. How can we be funded by them when we are fighting that foreigners must leave our country? Because the very same former colonizers are the ones that are using foreigners for cheap labor. And he's talking about us fighting for crumbs. Why are we not owning bakeries? That's exactly what we want to do in our country.
Now let's focus on Julius Malema's tweet, right? So he's saying that Operation Dudula is a group of thugs and must be subjected to the political killing task team, period. I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly speaking. Please do the most.
As you can see, color in South Africa. What are your thoughts on the sentiments that have been shared? As you have seen, there are those that will always look out for their own interest above the will of the people. But at the end of the day, what does the Freedom Charter say? The people shall govern. So at this point, the South African government is caught between a rock and a hard place. Is that the idiom? Let me know down below. But they have to make serious decisions. But it looks like they are allowing arms of government to make the decisions. What a shocking turn of events. The Human Rights Commission of South Africa had a press briefing and almost opened gates for all illegal immigrants, even claiming that they should have access to healthcare and education. The issue, though, is should it be free? Now, when we look at other issues, as we had said, that South Africa will soon become a place for opportunistic elements to come in, such as your terrorists, such as your all sorts of abusers that would then have access, because we are saying free for, like, does this make sense? Oh my gosh, what is this? So does this mean with this international law, does it mean that South Africans can also go to Zimbabwe, can also go to Botswana, can also go to Tanzania and go to Kenya and get free education, or even go to Nigeria and receive free healthcare and free education? So why do these laws apply to South Africa and they don't apply to the countries of origin of the foreign nationals in South Africa? The next campaign that a group such as Operation Dudula should target is to ask the people, which country do you come from, who's their president, and then start campaigning for those presidents and ask them, what are you doing with the taxes of the people? Do they have a constitution in their country? Because they know so much about South Africa's constitution. Do they know what their taxes are doing in their country? Do they know what their constitutions are saying about them in their countries? That the campaign can also reach out to those countries, because as long as those countries do not pull up their socks, South Africa will not get rest. And as much as South Africa is already investing in those countries, it means that they also need to increase their investment. How does international law say something like that? Make it make sense, guys, down below, or especially if you are not from South Africa, help us understand how is that a good thing, and how does that protect South Africa and South Africans who are breathing by the wood, by the way, already. Please let me know down below. Let's meet on the next video. Bye.